Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to Mountain Blade Bannerlord. When we left off, we had just restored our clan, the Nicely family, and now we are ready to continue our adventure out of Oxhall here in scenic Vlandia up in the north, in the west. And so our next objective is to continue talking to all the nobles and investigate Nerdsey's folly, which we've learned is actually the historic battle. So we're going to travel all across this entire continent in search of those nobles to track down and hopefully be able to learn something from them. So while we do that, now that we've increased our clan size, we are able to recruit a couple more companions, and so we'll also be doing that. So the first noble that we are going to talk to is Dirthert, who is the ruler of Vlandia. I'm guessing he does know something a little bit about that battle that happened, considering he is one of the leaders. So he's last seen at Furbeck, and we're able to track that settlement and go directly to him. So I think I will most likely meet you guys over there, considering, wow, it's super far away. The Vlandians have gotten so much territory, I think, since the default of this playthrough. So, yeah, I think we've chosen the right faction to side with here. Okay, we finally tracked down Dirthert here in the fields, so let's see if he has anything to say to us about the battle. And he is the ultimate ruler of Vlandia here. It was a victory of the kind that almost is as bad as a defeat. We'd given an oath to the Empire to join them if we were attacked. It seemed clear to me that we should have honored our oath, that the Botanians and Sturgians were aggressors, but there is always room to argue details. Ultimately, our barons did not wish to fight with the Empire, so they resisted coming to its help. Nerdsey's, when he heard we were hesitating, sent us a message calling us cowards and traitors, and you say that to a Vlandian noble at your peril. Nerdsey's should have known what he was doing. We joined the Sturgians. I did not fight in the battle. I stood on the hill, telling my commanders where to go and who to attack, and we did rather well, I think you've heard. Still, we took losses, heavy losses, and gained little, and for this the barons blamed me, even though it was their idea to fight. I learned that day that a king should always lead, never follow, but it was a bitter lesson. Wow. So a little bit of the perspective of the Vlandians in that battle, but looks like they weren't the primary players there. So that was pretty easy to track him down. We've got one off of the list, and next we're going to go to probably over here, begin talking to the Western Empire to see if their leader has any perspective. Okay, so while we were adventuring, we ran into Calatild here, who knows Ingolther, who is a Vlandian vassal, who was at the battle and might have some thoughts about it. And because he is in Vlandia, he might be a little closer, so we're actually going to go over to him and see what he has to say. Okay, we found Ingolther, so let's see what he has to say about the battle. He was there, he's just a young squire. He's never heard any sweeter music than the thunder of our hoofs as we bore down on the Aserai rabble. We fell on them like a falcon plunges on a rabbit. They had overextended themselves chasing the Imperial archers. Lightfoot before our knights, there was no contest. Let me tell you something, 9/10 of victory is recognizing when your enemies made a mistake. The rash perish as swiftly as the weak and deserve it just as much. We should have gone on to seize all of the Western Empire. If Dirthert had any manhood, we'd have done so. But his heart was never in the war. He believed he'd broken his oath to the Empire by helping the Sturgians, and it gnawed at him. He'd have made a fine lackey. Instead, he's our king. Oh wow. So there's a lot of tension going on within Vlandia as it is. So even Vlandia as a faction has its own crazy system of internal politics that we have to navigate now as a potential future vassal. So that'll be something for us to keep in mind, and will definitely affect our game later on as well. So let's see if there's anyone else we can talk to. Let's talk to Caladild, and at the worst, maybe she can tell us who else we can talk to. Untheri says he was there, so he was last seen at Jackie-Lan. Let's track him down and see what he has to say about the battle. Okay, we finally arrived at Jackie-Lan. Looks like our guy Untheri here is in the keep, so let's see what he has to say about the battle. Okay, he doesn't know who we are at this point, so he is a vassal. Let's see what his perspective is. He was tasked by Dirtheart with the command of the crossbowmen. The knights spotted a mass of Aserai light infantry spread out across the valley and charged them. They weren't ready to meet the onslaught and were routed, but then a bunch of Khuzaites showed up and kept their distance, giving the knights a hard time, shooting their horses out from under them. That's when we showed up. It was just us fighting the horse archers, and we were winning. A man on foot can shoot as well or better than a man on horseback, all things being equal, and there were a lot more of us. So they started to go down and galloped off. The knights, of course, pursued, and that's when the problems started. Imperial cataphracts showed up, armored head to foot, and their horses too. So they just ignored our shooting and tore right through us. I was swept away in the retreat and saw no more of the battle. King Dirtheart had a good enough plan, but the barons, Ingolthur, Aldrich, that lot, ignored him as they always do. Interesting. So there's so many perspectives, even within Vlandia, on the battle. So it's super interesting, all of that. I love the mural. We got a little glimpse of the mural in the background of the Lord's Hull. I'm just going to go back in to take a look at it. Our horse girl is very intrigued by the decor here. So wow. Oh wow. I wonder if this is the battle itself. That's pretty funky. Wow. So yeah. Yeah, the Vlandians are kind of the archetypical knights, so they definitely have a preference for fighting on horseback, and that's definitely depicted there in the mural, so that's kind of fun. Okay, and while we're at Jaculan, looks like we've actually got Lucibalda the Wainwright. It's a crazy name. Like, I hope no one in this century ever names their child Lucibalda, but we will talk to her and see if she wants to join our party. My father was a wheelwright. Everyone knew that the best work was in Lycaron, in the streets around the Hippodrome fixing chariots. So we sold our shop and went there. He and I. My mother was dead. The rumors weren't wrong. The work was good, but then you know what happened. The riots, the Hippodrome burned, and my father killed for being a foreigner. Well, now there's a war on, and few are bothering with racing chariots. I wanted to find work with the armies. At first they had me fixing carts, but it turned out my skill with wheels came useful in making a catapult torsion twist. So I learned a bit about that. A lot about that, actually. Now I'm looking around to see if there's anyone who might want to take me on. Especially I might one day have a chance to rain rocks on the good people of Lycaron who killed my dad. Good engineers always in demand. Let's see if she wants to join our company. She wants 2,300, which is a little bit more than our last guy, our surgeon. But I think she would be a good engineer for us to have on board if we ever do get involved in a siege. So we've now got, I think, 3 people in our party, including our husband, our surgeon, and now our engineer. So let's go ahead and assign her that role within our clan. So we're here with Ardurand. Again, we've run into him as we've been adventuring across Vlandia, trying to track down some more nobles. And this time he's heard of us. He says our name strikes fear into men's hearts. So looks like we already have a reputation as being a lady killer, so that's the best kind of reputation to have. Perhaps we may have interests in common. Interesting. So he says to talk to Godun, who is a Sturgeon vassal, so it'll be a little bit farther for us this time at Urkscala Castle, but I think we still can talk to him. Awesome. Very interesting that people have begun to hear of us already. Oh no, so while we were adventuring, we ran across Apis, who immediately has attacked us. I was hoping he'd tell us about the battle, but unfortunately he's asking us to surrender. Geez, perhaps you don't have to come to blows. What would it take for you to go your own way, go my way? Oh wow, so he is willing to peace out with us. How much would it take? Wow, even if we gave him everything we had, he is not willing to make a deal, unfortunately. Jeez. So he is attacking us. It's 107 versus 71, so it might be doable. This will be super tough, and we'll definitely be lucky if we can succeed. We can try to get away, but we might be missing as many as 16 soldiers. We do have a chance against him. It's not too bad. So he's got a slight advantage, so we are gonna attack. This will definitely be the toughest challenge we've had so far in this playthrough, and if we don't succeed, we can be captured. So I think we've got a pretty good defensive spot here. So we're just gonna wait them out and see if they will come to us. And looks like they are advancing. We can just see that they're getting a couple yards closer. So yeah, I'm scared to see what'll happen. Hopefully it'll be a decent outcome for us in the long run. Here they come. We definitely want to keep moving. We're missing all our shots. This is not a good start. We've hit a tree. Okay. We can definitely see if we can start chasing down any of their cavalry, or just hit their backline like that. They don't have too many archers, which is good news for us. We've taken a bit of damage there as we charged into their flank. Oh wow, we took a massive blow there. This is not good. Let's switch to the bow. Oh, there's their archers. And we're down. Alright, I think I was a little too aggressive there. Oh geez, looks like we're losing quite badly. Can we retreat? Oh no, it won't let us retreat at this point because we are downed already. So the only thing we can do is wait it out, and I don't think we're in good shape here at all. Oh no. I think our men are retreating. This is all their side. We can fast forward till the end of the battle. Oh no. So we are defeated in that one, which probably means that we will be captured. I think this is the Western Empire. Yikes. Let's see what he says. They've taken us as prisoner. So now we are at the mercy, us and our entire family, we're at the mercy of Apus's party. We're also a pregnant woman. Oh wow, we found a chance to escape. So that fortunately didn't take very long. We've got absolutely no men with us at this point. So at this point we've definitely got to retreat back to safer territory and find a couple people to join our party. So let's go ahead and recruit some troops, because I think that's all we can do at this point. I think the rest of our party has started escaping the clutches of Apus. Let's see here. Yeah, they're all staying in various corners of the world, and we do have to track them down. So I will go ahead and mark all their locations at the map, and hopefully we can reunite with our companions. So we've made it to Stargo, and we found our husband Segeron, so let's get him to rejoin our party. We're finally reunited with our dear husband. While we're doing this journey, let's go ahead and talk to some of the nobles to see if they know about the whereabouts of anyone else that knows about the battle, so that we can continue our main quest. Looks like Thais has some knowledge of it, and he's a vassal of the Astrai, so he's probably pretty far. Oh no, looks like my party is starving. I've completely forgotten that they require food amidst all the drama that's been happening later. So fortunately we're pretty close to a town and we can buy some grain to keep them fed. But yikes, yeah, some people have deserted, so we're down some troops even more. So that's definitely not good for us here. Our next companion is in Pencannock, where we've been, so they shouldn't be too far, and hopefully we will be able to get back on our feet sooner rather than later. There's Pencannock in the distance. We hear that Lucibalda the Wainwright is here, so let's go to the tavern, and there she is. So let's ask her to join our party. We've got Grevith the Shark, who is a rogue, who we could have join our party, but I don't think we have enough money at this point, unfortunately. So we'll have to stick to a couple of troops, some recruits that we've managed to scrape together from Pencannock. Okay, and so we've just got one person left that we've got to reunite with, who's all the way here in Kuyaz, in the Aserai territory. So this one will be a bit farther, a bit more of an arduous journey ahead of us. Oh wow, we've given birth to Ditheuda. Sounds like a girl's name. We do have an opportunity to name her, but I kind of want to keep the random name so that it can be consistent with our universe. Let's go ahead and jump into our clan and take a look. Oh, there she is. She's already like 4. Interesting. She is a little baby though, and she is born with some skills to start off in the world. So yeah, we've got our first daughter that was born here. So hopefully she will become the heiress to our empire. And we're right here outside Kuyaz as well. And here we've got Lath the Scholar, who is our last companion. Let's have him go ahead and rejoin with our party. Awesome. So now, finally, we've got everyone back together, the gang's all here, and hopefully we can continue on our quest of finding all these nobles. I'm not sure where the next one is, so we'll keep journeying across Assyria here and see how many we can find. Okay, so we've met Kahin here along her journeys in Aserai, so let's see if he knows anything about the battle or if he knows anyone that does. Looks like Unkid, the ruler of the Aserai, has some thoughts about it, so we'll go ahead and go to his location. He's in the village of Jahasim. There he is. He's got a little exclamation point because he is the person we're looking for. And his horse is faster than we are, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up to him somehow. Hopefully he doesn't castle up and make us bribe him to get a hold of him. He's going right for the keep, and it's gonna make us bribe him if we want to talk to him at the keep. Jeez. Well, we're able to sell our prisoners so that we can move a little faster next time. But yeah, if we go into the keep, it does want us to pay a hefty bribe, so we're just gonna wait him out. There he is. Let's leave the keep and chase him down. Stop! Finally, we've caught up to him. Awesome. He is the Sultan of the Aserai. Let's see what he knows. It was a tragedy that gnawed at the roots of all the great families of Calradia, even ours, so far away from the battle. We heard that the Empire was making war on the Sturgians, or maybe it was the other way around. I thought that we had no stake in this quarrel, but Nimr, a fiery young hero from Bani Saran, asked me for permission to take some young warriors eager for glory. The Empire had left us alone for a while, and Neretzes was offering silver for men, so I thought, why not? Let them help the Empire. I should have known. The best course with wars is to have as little to do with them as you possibly can. So Nimr went and fought and won glory, but also got a number of men killed, especially those of the Bani killed, and he became boastful and arrogant. And then, well, that is the beginning of the great feud between Cyranus and Kildus, but the rest of the story I should perhaps leave for someone else. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else at this point. He's got a little quest for us that we're not going to take right now because we are busy traveling across the land and looking for anyone that knows anything about the battle. So I think I am going to end it here for this episode. What a crazy turn of events. We were in captivity, we gave birth to our daughter, we escaped fortunately, and we've reunited our party, and now we are back at it in our search for these nobles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you again in the next one.